The 25th of July, Rabbi Furst, Mishna Berura.
Tomorrow. Good morning again. This is Rabbi Shlomo Furst, Yeshivat Samanashi, Yerushalayim Care of Zoom. This is our second year in the morning, learning Mishna Berura. The Erev Tisha B'Av. We're learning in the sixth chelik of the Mishna Berura. We'll start today with Tov Kuf Nun Gimel. Din Sudis Mafsek.
Kuf Nun Gimel. Okay, hold on.
Sure.
Wow. Okay. Okay, Kaf Kuf Nun Gimel.
Right.
Okay. Second. Nun Gimel. Okay. So let's see. Alpha P. Shechol Sudah Mafseket Mutar Lachzor Le'echol. So it says, even though that one ate this concluding meal, it is permitted to go back and to eat, I guess, more.
Yes.
Okay, Elim Cain, Kibel, the Perusha Lo Lechol Od Hayom. So Elim Cain, unless he accepted on him specifically not to eat more that day.
I mean, when he finished his Sudas Mafsekis, if he specifically now accepted upon himself the fast with the conclusion of his Sudas Mafsekis, so then it'll be also for him to eat afterwards. But it has to be as he was Kabbalah Allah Beferish. If he specifically accepted upon himself not to eat anymore during that day. Yeah.
Okay, so unless he
the Haggah, look at the Haggah. We have a minute.
Yeah, everyone likes to get that last cup of water in, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so the Haggah, the Kabbalah, Belev, Eina Kabbalah. Oh, so if one, I guess, accepts it
Mentally
within himself, mentally, I guess, he still is not accepted the accepted it. Ella tzarik l'hotzio bisfatav. Oh, so the only way he can accept it is by verbally.
Right, he has to make a verbal statement as to the fact that he's now accepting himself the fast, that he's now prohibiting himself to eat and to drink.
So you just have to say it then. There's no
right.
I don't have my Tisha B'Av Machzor out yet. There's no saying in the Machzor that you have to say about accepting the fast.
Right. Well, that's this. Yeah, there is. We'll see. It could be that it's worthwhile to make it Kabbalah for the fast before it becomes Shkia. So there might be worthwhileness in doing that. Might be an advantage in doing that.
Oh,
But again,
okay.
if you're finishing your sudas, let's say it's an hour before Shkia, and let's say you finish your sudas mavsekes, you benched. So in general, from what we're learning over here now, you can still eat and drink if you want afterwards.
Okay. Okay, Mishna Berura, Elim Kain Kibel Allah b'Perush Shelo Lechol, unless he accepted upon himself not to eat. V'hu adin im amar shemekabel alav hatanit gam kain asur. So he's saying that the din is that if he said that he would accept the fast upon himself, gam kain, therefore, or it's also forbidden. Okay, to I guess to eat or drink. The davka, it's here. The davka kavanato shelo lechol od hayom. That he has the intention, or since he has the intention not to eat anymore that day.
Right. Very good.
Okay, so let's see. Bet is Belev Eina Kabbalah. So he didn't accept it literally in his heart, but I guess mentally in his mind. Okay, Vabachatav de Have Kabbalah. Okay. Have Kabbalah. V'chein Hiskim Hagra B'Ve'oro. Thus, okay, let's just do that. So the Bach wrote that what the acceptance is good, I guess, or binding, whatever. The Chenis Kim, and the Gra agrees with this explanation, I guess. Ve'oro. Is that explanation, or is that another comment?
Well, that's the Gra Bibiro. That's his commentary on Shulchan Aruch.
Oh, in his commentary. Okay.
Bibiro, the vav at the end of the word Bibiro in his commentary.
Okay, goes on. Basur Oz, Kolmash Asur B'Tisha B'Av, Chutz Minilat Asandal Demutar. Okay, so then all that is forbidden, let's see, on Tisha B'Av, except shoes and sandals are permitted.
Oh, so what does this mean?
Yeah, because I thought we went without leather on our feet.
Yeah, but no, but if a person's going to according to the Bach and the Gra, a Kabbalah Belev is considered to be a Kabbalah. Therefore, it's also Kol Masha also Betisha. Therefore, it's like he's Makabal, he's accepting upon himself the fast, and therefore now it becomes usher, right? Everything that's usher on Tisha B'Av except wearing shoes, right? Which is mutter the having kilu misna beferish chutzmazeh. It's as if he's making a conditional statement that it's not to include shoes.
Oh, okay. Let's see. V'have keilu atna b'perush chutz mizeh. Okay.
Right. You have to realize, because here we're talking about in general. I would imagine the situation we're talking about: person's eating the sudas masekes in his house, and he's going to eventually have to walk from his house to the Beit Knesset, and people didn't have shoes like we have. People now these days have just about shoes. They have Crocs shoes, which are in general very comfortable, but they're still not made of leather. So, according to the strict letter of the law, they can in fact wear them on the tainins. But in those days, you either had shoes or you had bare feet, right? So no one is really interested in accepting upon himself the fast in his house, knowing that he's going to have to walk barefoot to shul. That's something which people were not interested in doing. So we can understand that the people when they're making the Kabbalah of the Tinus is not to include 10:30. You're free at 10:30. We'll try it. Okay.
Okay.
So it's like as if even if he's accepting upon himself to fast at home, but since we can assume that most general cases he's going to have to walk to shul, and we know he's not interested in walking barefoot to shul, so therefore it's not included in his Kabbalah.
Okay, so chutz minilat hasanda. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I don't know so much in this country, but I think in the States, I mean, so some people, I guess because of medical issues, would wear more sturdy shoes, which meant leather usually, to shul, and then they would take them off in shul and wear whatever they had, their sneakers, or some people just use their bare socks. I think they just don't have.
Right. If there's a walking, just walking around the shul, so there's no big deal. It could be there's carpets on the floor in the shul also.
Oh yeah, that's true. No.
Remember they probably went a few shuls that had carpets on this.
Yeah. Okay, so the havik ilu hatna beperush chutz mizeh aval im lo kibel belibo lehit anot afilu belev. So if what he didn't accept it even in his heart, mentally, I guess, to fast. Even
right. So let's say he did not have anything in mind. He was benching for the Furst Masef, and he had nothing in mind about taking on the fast.
Okay. Usually, like I said, what I have in mind is taking my final glass of water. But
yeah. So you're definitely having in mind to eat and drink afterwards, after you bench.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Okay. Elisha gamor bedato shelo le'echol eino kolum umutar afilu b'achila. Okay. So then, if he gamor bedato, if he, I guess, what makes his final decision not to eat. Ain't no klum, so he can't eat, and he's but he's permitted. Hold it, but he's permitted even achila, food. I'm not sure I understand that.
Yeah, it's a little bit confusing. It's if you believe, if he did not accept mentally in his heart to fast, even if it's simply mentally, but but he made up his mind he's not going to eat. Meaning, there's a difference between accepting the fast mentally and deciding not to eat mentally. Right? If a person decides to fast mentally, right? So now he's stuck. According to these opinions. Right? But if a person only decided mentally not to eat, so he's still okay. But that's not
right. Okay.
Deciding not to eat and even to drink, that's not accepting yourself the fast.
Okay, so deciding to fast. So he begins, but deciding not to eat, you can still eat. Okay. Okay. So umikom achom nachon yoter le hatnot beperush bepe o belev sheino mekabel lav hatanit ad bein hashmashot. Okay, so what basically, nevertheless, he shouldn't accept it until Bein Hashmashot, right before sunset, I guess.
Right. So therefore, that's the best thing in all cases. So if you're getting ready to bench from your Sudas Magsefis, so the best thing is just to either say specifically, I'm not accepting the fast until it comes time to sunset, or you're not going, or even just think it. But um, even if you don't, it'll be okay unless you happen to think about actually accepting upon yourself the fast. And then according to the some of these days, the Gon Bach, that you would now be obligated to fast.
Well, if you accept it too early, you might get yourself in trouble also. I mean, it's like,
That's the point. I'll give you an example. Let's say a person's at home. He's at home. He's
mhm,
finishing. And let's say, make things easy. Ski is 6 o'clock, right? Ski
mhm,
is 6 o'clock, and he's at home, and it's now 4:30. It's 4:30, and he's eating his sushi second. So at 5 o'clock, he finishes sushi second, and he benches 5 o'clock. And let's say for some reason he's got a half an hour car drive to the shul.
mhm, right.
So he's certainly not interested in starting his fast at 5 o'clock. Right.
That's, that's for sure.
Right. So therefore, you're not going to be obligated in the fast until it actually becomes sunset. But the best thing is to really make a conditional statement with yourself that you're not accepting the fast until it's actually sunset, even though you're benching, but you intend to, if you want, to be able to eat and drink up until a few minutes before sunset.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, let's see. So bet. Let's see. Tisha B'Av Leilo Ki Yomo L'chol Davar Ve'ein Ochlin Ela Mib'od Yom Uvein Hashmashot Shelo Asar B'Yom B'Yom Kippur. Okay. So what's it saying on Tisha B'Av? What, the night of Tisha B'Av?
Okay.
Let's see. On the night of Tisha B'Av, Yomo L'chol Davar, as in the
So the night of Tisha B'Av is like the day, meaning the day. See, Tisha B'Av has in common with itself with that of Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur, all the things are also both at night and during the day. Other fasts that we fast, usually the fast is only relevant for the daytime, not for the nighttime.
right. Oh, okay. So basically saying this is a full day fast.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see what the Haggah says. The Haggah says mutar rechitza v'sicha uneila hasandal ad ben hashmashot. So it's permitted to wash, I guess, v'sicha, and I guess that's what, put cream on yourself or something.
Right.
Sicha is okay.
Right. I guess
And shoes or sandals until sunset. Mihu bechol nohagim lachlots ina'alayim kodem sheyomar baruchu. So some would have the tradition to what, take off their shoes right before they say Baruch Hu.
Right. Now, because you should realize many times it's being described here when they used to daven Ma'ariv, where it was Bod Yom. It was still daylight when they were daven Ma'ariv. But by us, if you're davening, it's after Shkia anyway, so this is not really so relevant to us because you're taking your shoes off long before you get to Baruch or
Right.
Myra.
Wow. Okay. Let's see. Kodem Sheyom Baruch Hu. Ve'im hu Shabbat cholsim la'achar Baruch Hu. Levad shliach tzibor shecholetz kodem Baruch Hu. Rak omer tefillah hamavdil. What's this? This is if Tisha B'Av's on.
If it's Shabbos, it's Motzei Shabbos. Tisha B'Av is Motzei Shabbos.
Oh, Motzei Shabbos.
Yeah. Okay, maybe leave that because that's not relevant to us right now. Let's look at the Mishna Berura here.
Okay, so what on Gimel, I guess. Uvein Shmashot, Hashmashot. Okay. Okay, Uvein Hashmashot Shelo Asur. So at sunset, it's forbidden. Hainu ben b'knisato uvein b'tziato. But this is between his entering and between his leaving.
Right. Whether meaning it's we're accustomed to treat it the same way when it's coming in, meaning Erev Tisha B'Av as it is by Motzi Tisha B'Av.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay, good. Aval ein tzarich l'hosif alehem, but they don't have to add it on them. Okay.
Right. Meaning, that's in contrast to Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur, there's a mitzvah of Tosefes Yom Kippur. You should makabel upon yourself to fast and everything else. I mean, Kippur, minimally, a few minutes, hopefully even more, maybe say 15 minutes before the actual day comes in. But here, since it's not the way we do it by Tisha B'Av, there's no Indian of Tosefes Tainus of Yom Kippur but Tisha B'Av.
Okay, and that is basically based on the concept of why we're fasting on those two different days, right?
Correct. Yeah, go ahead, explain a little bit more.
Well, I was told that, you can correct me if I'm wrong, that sort of Tisha B'Av is considered the black fast, while Yom Kippur is considered the white fast.
Okay.
I don't know where I heard that, probably back in the States.
Yeah, I hear. Yeah, okay. What's the difference between a white fast and a black fast?
Well, the black, to me, the black fast means that you're, how can I'm trying to figure out how to say this. I mean, you're fasting.
I heard something similar. The way I heard it was that on Yom Kippur, you're not really fasting. You're taking a break from eating. That you're like an angel, and you're so focused on the spirituality of the day that eating would be a contradiction. It's a non-spiritual activity.
I hear.
Whereas on Tisha B'Av, you're fasting. You're missing the fact that you're not eating.
Yeah. In both cases, the fasting it facilitates our doing tshuva. We're supposed to be doing tshuva on Tisha B'Av, and we're supposed to be doing tshuva on Yom Kippur. So it facilitates our doing the tshuva. But in terms of the essence of the actual day, see, Tisha B'Av is a day of mourning, right? The day of mourning. That,
right.
I mean, but you see, the very fact that you're mourning is not not really enough to fast because you see by, let's say, Avelus itself, if Avelus, if a person has a shalom loses a close relative has a shalom, and they're an oval, even in Oine, they can eat and drink, right? And they don't make, and Oine doesn't make brachas, but they can eat and drink. There's no obligation of fasting, right? For because of mourning, right?
Mhm. Right.
But but it was somewhat made into a day of fasting because of the calamities which occurred on Tisha B'av, and in order to uh, bring those calamities into focus, uh, eating and drinking would be a distraction from that, right? So that's what it's a like we call it a black fast, whereas a Yom Kippur is a white fast, sort of like Luz mentioned that we're on the level of higher spiritual levels that eating and drinking would take away from the tremendous intensity of the holiness of the day. That would
Uh-huh.
that be so fasting on Tisha B'av is to focus our attention on the tremendous thing that happened to Klal Yisrael, the tremendous
Yeah,
calamity
the
that happened to
calamity,
Klal
yeah.
Yisrael,
Yeah.
right? And eating and drink and fasting on Yom Kippur is to focus on the tremendous elevated level of Klal Yisrael. In both cases, it's used the fasting is used in a way to focus our attention, but the attention is in two different directions. On Yom Kippur, our attention is on we don't want to detract from our attention to the tremendous association to a Kaddish Baruch Hu that we have on Yom Kippur. So eating and drinking would detract from that. And
Uh-huh.
on the other hand, on Tisha B'av, eating and drinking would distract us from the intensity of our concentration on the tremendous destruction and calamity that have befell us. So yeah, that's very good.
Yeah, well,
That's
one
very,
is one, okay, so one sort of Tisha B'Av is sort of cleaning ourselves out of past misdeeds, and Yom Kippur is preparing us to not do what we've done in the past for the future deeds.
right. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, very good.
I think that's what I was trying to say, but I couldn't spit it out. Okay.
Right, very good. Very good. Okay, look, I guess
Okay.
we'll stop. And we'll continue tomorrow, Mitzvah Shem.
Very good. Yeshkaya.
Okay.
Thank you,
Very good.
Rabbi.
We'll tomorrow.
Yasher Koach.
Thank you. Good to you.
Okay. Thank you, Lou. And thanks for helping me out there.
My pleasure.
Okay.
All right. See you.